Hey everyone, in my PlayStation 4 and 5 Homebrew news video that I released yesterday, I talked a bit about PS5 remote play and about offline activating your PlayStation 5 and was just wondering if that sounded like a good video, and apparently it did. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how you can offline activate your PlayStation 5. Now, there's a ton of cool things that you're going to be able to do with it, but the one that we're the most interested in is absolutely going to be able to use remote play. And so for the remote play, I will be putting that in a separate video, but let's just go ahead today and get our PS5 offline activated. And if you're wondering what I mean by offline activated, it means that if I were to come over here to my username and then go to log out here and I press the PlayStation button, you will see that this account is not activated because there isn't a option there that allows us to select our online status. Now, you'll see that once we activate the account. So if you're like me and maybe you have a PlayStation 5 that has never been connected to the internet before, then now is a great time to follow along. And let's just go ahead and get jailbroken here. So I'm going to go to the internet browser. Now this is just how I have mine set up. Obviously, you can set yours up any way that you would like. And I'm going to go to the umtx.pages.dev. I mentioned yesterday in a tweet that this is kind of my go-to now. So we're going to see that it is for versions 1.x through 5.x, and it has my current firmware, which is 4.03. So we're going to go to jailbreak here. Okay, looks like we are now jailbroken. Now down at the bottom, it did state that it is loading the elf loader.elf. That is obviously John Tornblom's elf loader, and it automatically starts when you do the UMTX jailbreak. Okay, so over on your computer, you are going to want to go over to this URL right here, and we're going to go to releases. And under releases, we're going to download this one right here, which is the homebrew loader.pkg. And then you're also going to want to download offaccount.zip. Now, at this point, go ahead and plug in a USB drive that is formatted as exFAT to transfer the files over. Okay, so here is my USB drive, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy over the homebrew loader PKG here. Now mine already has a 1 in it because I've already done this before. And then we'll just take the offline account.zip file and just go ahead and extract it in the current folder here. So there we go. It has been extracted. And I'm going to take this zip file here and just delete it. So it should look just like that on yours. So go ahead and eject your USB drive and meet me over on the PlayStation 5. Okay, so if your screen was left on the web page, then you can obviously just get back out to your home menu, and we're going to go over to where it says settings. And then if you scroll all the way down, you should see your debug settings. So we're going to do that. We're going to go into game. Then we're going to go into package installer, and you should see your PKG. So go ahead and press X on that. Just go ahead and install it. Okay, so once you do that, we're going to go to games, and we're going to go to the homebrew launcher. And as you can see right here, I already have a couple of applications that I have installed, mainly because I set this up not too long ago. Now, what you can do is that you can come in here to that little plus, and if we go over to where it says mount, and then we go to USB 0, you should see that offline account. So go ahead and select that, and we are going to select the offaccount.elf. And now once you do that, you'll just simply be able to come over here, and now you can run the off account.elf, and we're just running it right off of our USB drive. So I'm going to press X on that, and we're going to go launch with file, and we're going to select homebrew.js. Right here, you can see that the app is running. So it says in here that this is a simple Homebrew application for activating accounts on the PlayStation 5. And then you will see in the background here, it has the application running. So it says offline activation account. And right there, it states my name, and it has all zeros right here. Now, what we want to do is we want to tie that towards a PlayStation account where we'll be able to use official devices like the PlayStation Portal on our jailbroken PlayStation 4. Those will give us the ability to pair to it. So let's go ahead, and we're going to select my account here, and I'm going to press X. And now it comes up with this digit right here, but this is not what we want to do. So let's switch over to the PC to figure out which numbers to put in here. Now, I got this tip from Modded Warfare, and I thought this was a great way to get your PSN account ID. So basically, I've just plugged in my PSN account ID just right here, and then you select copy. And then there is this rapidtables.com that you would just plug in that decimal number. So as you can see, this number right here matches this one right here. And then you hit the convert button, and then down here is the answer of what you want to put into that tool, which is the Hex signed 2's complement. And I did see this from Modded Warfare, so all credit goes to him. So let's switch back over to our PlayStation 5. Okay, so I've went ahead and I've typed all of mine in there. And so I'm going to go ahead and press done here. And as you can see right there, it has been updated up at the top to reflect what my actual PSN account ID is. Okay, and so once you do that, there really isn't any way to kind of like go back home. So you just saw I just tried to hit home. You can also try to, go back to, the game, or even go over here to the game hub. It just basically brings you right back to this screen. So the thing that I would just suggest is just to go to the Homebrew launcher and then select close game. And then just to go ahead and double check it, it's probably worth going back into the Homebrew launcher again, running the offline account.elf, and then looking back here in the background again, and just making sure that that number did stick, and it did. And just one more other quick thing to note is that it obviously did not matter if you type that in with capital letters like I did, or use a lowercase letter. So at this point, let's go ahead and we'll go back and we will close that game. And let's go ahead and take a reboot on our system. And we should see where our account now has been activated. So let's go ahead and do a restart here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and press the PlayStation button on our controller here. And right there, now we have this new thing that says options. So if I press on the options button, there is where you can kind of change that online status. So this PlayStation account is offline activated now, and it does have in my credentials for the PlayStation Network. So I will be able to use things like my PlayStation Portal and other official devices, as well as third-party devices, when I set it up with remote play. But that's not in this episode. It will be coming in a future episode, so stay tuned to the channel. Anyways, I hope you got something out of this. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Michael, out!